So discrete trial 1, teacher places one red and one blue card on the table in front of Jane. The teacher then says, point to red. Jane responds by pointing to the red card. The teacher would say, that's right, great job. There would be a very short pause before a new discrete trial would begin. Then, discrete trial number 2. Teacher places one red and one blue card on the table in front of Jane. The teacher then says, point to blue. Jane responds by pointing to the blue card. The teacher would say, you're right, that's awesome. There would be a very short pause before a new discrete trial would begin. So within DTT, each trial has a very specific set of steps that are clearly defined and scripted and always need to be followed. Clearly defined steps allow the teacher and program supervisors to identify what specific teaching method or tactics are working and which ones are not. Okay, so this goes back to being able to read a program no matter who picks it up. Everyone is going to be able to read it and implement it the same way. I want to see if you can remember exactly what that term is called. It's part of your basic principles of behavioral analysis, your get a cab, okay? All right, so why is it so beneficial for children with autism? We already talked about the neurological development piece, right? But according to Smith, who wrote a great article about why it's incredibly beneficial, and I'll attach that to this session so you can read it in further detail. Children with autism often lack a desire to learn, like their typical peers, right? Their motivation is different, and obviously that's why we use a range of reinforcement items as well. But they have difficulty learning through observing others or exploring their environments, as well as difficulty engaging with, playing with, or talking to others. There are a number of reasons why DTT can increase motivation and learning for a child with autism. Firstly, each trial is short. Therefore, many teaching trials can be completed, allowing for numerous opportunities to work on that isolated skill. Secondly, the DTT method of one-to-one teaching allows for the programming to be completed and completely individualized for the needs of each child. Thirdly, the procedural format of a discrete trial creates clarity for the child. So that is that they understand the expectations and they're much more likely to be ready and available for learning. So there's also a clear beginning and end to each trial, with prompts and antecedents kept very simple and at an appropriate level. By breaking down tasks into short, manageable trials using suitable prompts and guidance, right? We've already talked about those prompting procedures, and we'll go over them again. DTT maximizes children's success and minimizes their failures. All right? So that gives you a brief glimpse into why we use DTT and what exactly it is, but I urge you to read through that journal article by Smith, and then we can get started. All right, so let's briefly go over exactly what a trial is, and then we'll work through that a little bit further by reviewing